Hello, and welcome back for another Avatar: The Last Airbender traditional draft. We have Aang at the crossroads here as our rare, and I don't even know if it's the best Aang. It's great. It does do something for you as soon as it enters the battlefield, which is what I'm looking to do when I play a 3-color card. But Aang the Last Airbender, I wonder if this is just better. 4-mana play that has a 3/2 flying body that could have lifelink. That airbends right away, keeps you alive. I am curious what 17 Land says about these two Angs. At the crossroads, adds a 62.4% win rate, and the last airbender is lower. So we took the right Ang. Now to play it, we might need some like shared roots. This is a lesson. That will go fetch Ang, but forecasting fortune teller might just be better here. I love Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper, but we can't play blue, black, white, green. That's just too hard on the mana. Let's take Forecasting Fortune Teller here and see if we end up abandoning our rare pick from pack 1, pick 1. Here's another Aang. This time red is the splash color. Do we just go crazy? Is the question. Tolls of War is here. I almost would like to take this and force a blue white black white deck, but forcing is rough in this set. You really need to play more like an old limited set. Read the signs and play accordingly. You also can't just fix freely. So there's a cost to running this many colors. This does not do anything when it ETBs. So I think we'll take Tolls of War and spec. I mean, what else are we taking? Just the land here if we don't take this? That was a tough pick. So Mystic Remora, cumulative upkeep. Put an age counter on the permanent and sacrifice it unless we pay its upkeep cost. So it will die eventually. That looks like it's unplayable. So it's Paku, it's Razor Rings, or it's Ostrich Horse. These are both white. Tolls of War and Aang. So let's take it. Bitter Work, I don't think does enough when it ETBs. Airbending Lesson will be alright. Let's take that. Kyoshi Warrior needs to attack, and the 1/1 it makes is attacking in. I think the other Kyoshi Warrior that makes a 1/1 when you ETB is actually better. And now we can take something like the Deserters here, I guess. This is not too bad in the sacrifice deck because you can put the 1/1 counter on something else, then sack this body. And we're going to be looking out to see if Deadly Precision wheels. Gather the White Lotus or Cat Gator. We have black and white payoff cards. These cards really kind of want you to be mono black or mono white. We're closer to being mono white than mono black, so let's take Gather the White Lotus. Two solid red aggro cards here. This is mostly just a 2-mana 2/2 menace, but I do like the Treetop Freedom Fighters and the red-white aggro decks. Airbender Ascension is alright. It's not crazy power level, but it is playable. If you have things that blink for ETB value, what would we blink? Is it any permanent? It's target creature. So if we have like Corrupt Court Official, Forecasting Fortune Teller, or the Deserters, we could get some value off it. So, I mean, this is a rare, but it's really only filler power level, I feel. We could pick something up to potentially make it better. Another Cat Gator. Kyoshi Warriors would give us graveyard value. We're closer, like I said, to playing mono white than mono black. So I think I like Callous Inspector better than the Kyoshi Warriors here, typically. But they're pretty close, and we're a lot more white than we are black. The Deserters, okay. Another pick of the Deserters. We could also pick up a black-white land here and try and play more of a splash black and mono white thing. Say North Pole Gates for the same reason. What a messy draft start. Maybe in case we do play black, right? Kyoshi, Battle Fan. But I think it's going to be tough. Let's go back and see what was open. So in pack 1, 3 red cards taken out of the first pack. A black and a white. Corrupt Court Official was taken. The next one, blue, white, black merchant. So, if anything, if we're mono white, Earth King's Lieutenant would be a better splashier than Tools of War. Soka is not what we're doing, and even in red blue, he's not super powerful. He's an alright 2-drop. Jet is fabulous if we are going mono white. Deserters will probably wheel here. If we don't see the Corrupt Court Official by the time we come back, then maybe we are mono white splashing Earth King's Lieutenant. Yeah, let's take another copy of this guy. And say that maybe green white is open. Because we also see an Unlucky Cabbage Merchant here and a Rocky Rebuke. These aren't great, but this is 2 playable green cards that 2 people have passed. I guess that's not too many. Anyways, brain's a mess. Let's take Earth King's Lieutenant, see if we can be mono white splashing green for these lieutenants. Take a Compassionate Healer here. Glider Kids. Perfectly acceptable. Removal, removal, pseudo removal. It's bounce, kind of. This is a turn 2 play. Ally, ally, ally. 2 allies. Ally. The only non-ally we have is Nothing. Everything's an ally. These will create allies. So Airbender Ascension is looking better with the King's Lieutenant, putting 1/1 counters on all our creatures whenever we have a creature ETB. It's going to be a nice payoff. And Bouncing Jet is going to be a nice payoff. And then making a 1/1 is all right. We'll take Path to Redemption here. This is also not as powerful as it looks. I love the black-white card, but the uncommon enchantment is more powerful than the rare. Let's put Aang here. I don't think we ever play Iguana Parrot. Let's take Shared Roots in case we ever become more of a green-white base. Or would it just be better? No, let's take Shared Roots. Instead of Rebellious Captives. Rebellious Captives also would have been fine if we end up more green than it looks. Clone Legion is a lot of fun, but we're not going to play that. Poxbearers is alright. It's an ally. We're not doing the sack thing. Let's just take another airbending lesson. Curious Farm Animals. Not an ally, but we'll take it because it is traditional draft. In case we want a sideboard. Is that right, or do we take Rocket Rebuke? I don't see us sideboarding this almost ever. Alright, Captives, once again, in case we play more green than we anticipate. Cat Owl is a playable card here. Doesn't have an ATB. But I'll put it in the sideboard for now. We could take Earth Kingdom Soldier here. One, two, three, four, five. We already have 3 5-drops. I think I might not mind a Fire Nation Warship here. I don't think we ever want more than one vehicle in our deck at a time. Not going to play that. Another Deserters. So we've got 4 Deserters. This is the most we've ever had at once. And I'm going to say that this is cut. We are mono white. Splashing green for the lieutenants. So how are we doing that? Is Rabaru Troop an ally? He's not. Fancy Footwork wheeled. So at least 14 planes are going in. For these 2 green cards, we would have 4 sources. Let's see. Let's see. 14-3 here. Maybe 15-2 even. Is 3 sources enough for 2 Earth King lieutenants? I like 15-8, actually. What if we just cut the jelly? Hold it there. Treat this like a 5-drop. Put removal over here. Earth Kingdom Jailer is removal, but 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 2. Nice curve. I mean, our 5-drop slot is a little heavy, but we're doing it. We would have liked a few more Gather the White Lodi. Maybe 2 or 3. But this will be interesting to see. We've gone mono blue before, and I think it went 1-2, or the very best 2-1. It did not go well. It did not feel good. We basically ran into an issue where we would way outdraw our opponents with Waterbending Scroll. But our cards wouldn't do anything to affect board state, it felt like. Techno Shaman. I think I recognize that name. Let's keep it. Right? No creatures, no early drops. But we are on the draw. Okay, that makes the draw significantly less awkward. Barrels of Blasting Jelly. Let's start with the Warship. Try and hit a land here. Okay, cool. Next turn, it's probably going to be Wandering Musicians. Yep. We do have protection against removal here, because if he blows up the Musicians, we'll crew with the Fire Nation Warship. Alright, yep, we will definitely crew in response then. We can block the Suki, Kyoshi Warrior, Fire Nation Warship, so this will turn off attacks. Start with Glider Kids. Put that land down. And we'll hold up Razor Rings and Fire Nation Warship crew. Kyoshi Warriors, okay. The whole attack throw is a big boy now. Okay. I think this is better. So we lose our warship, but we create a clue token. And now I'm actually tempted to crack the clue token. See if we can draw a land. Yes, we can. Path to Redemption is Kyoshi Warriors and chill. He uses a Path to Redemption of his own. Okay, one top centuries. Alright, let's sack this now. Jet won't do enough damage to kill the all top sentries yet. And we'll be able to blink our glider kits if he doesn't exile this turn. Yep. That might have actually been a good reason to play Gather the White Lotus for 7. Earthen Ally, wow. Alright, Gather the White Lotus will come down now. Oh, we did this wrong. Did we? Actually, we can only do this once per turn, right? He's gonna kill the lieutenant for sure. Alright, let's start with Jet. Blow up the sentries. He does have a lesson card in his graveyard. Yep. And we'll hold Jailer so that we can trigger Airbender Ascension next turn. Okay, whoa. We were greedy. I'm playing Gather the White Lotus last game, but got away with it. Resources. Do we want to cut something? For one more green source. One, two, three, four. We could cut the Compassionate Healer here. We're not water bending with it. We can add one barrel. How's the Compassionate Healer against him? I mean, it blocks his 1/1s. Doesn't block the Pox Bears. So maybe we leave that in. We have 4, 5, 6, 7 2-drops. Okay. Maybe that's greedy. Blast and Jelly, okay. Well, oops. I thought that was any permanent. He is Beifong, that's scary. Okay, let's get a compassionate healer out there. He'll hit us for 3, but we'll potentially hit him back for 3, or 2, and then heal for 1. Alright, this is going to be an airbending lesson. Try and hit a land. If he's got the +2/+2, won't protect him here. And let's scry into a land. Yep. Acceptable. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's deny him the card again. It's going to be better to play Kyoshi Battle Fan and trade a 1/1 for a 3/1 here. And at least he's not playing out Soka as a result. 3, 5. So we can play Glider Kids. I think we'll scry a land away. There is a land. How do we feel about that? It's fine. Put this on the token. And make this big enough to block the Ostrich Force. This is fine. We'll get new deserters to blink after this. Nothing to blink if we play Gather the White Lotus now. But nothing to target if we play Earth Kingdom Jailer here. So let's start with an attack. Don't need those lands. And we're not going to blink any of our tokens. It will kill them. So, is Soka the correct card to target here with Earth Kingdom Jailer, or is it actually White Lotus Reinforcements? I think what I'll do is I'll blink the Earth Kingdom Jailer and exile White Lotus Reinforcements That'll be a 2/4 attack. No, that's crazy. Let's just exile his Soka. Play Deserters. Make a 4/3. And attack in. So not huge value from the blink here, but 1/1 counter is a 1/1 counter. Wall top Sentry Singer Song. He has no lesson cards in the graveyard, so he won't gain 2 life when that dies. We can attack in here with our Kyoshi Battle Fan equipped token. 5/4. I mean, 4 power is good enough. I think we spread the love here. Probably swing out next turn. So we'll have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attackers. He has 4 blockers. No lesson card in the graveyard. So 5 get through. We'll do 1, 2, 3. 5, 7 damage. If he has nothing. So we can make a 1/1 here. He does actually live, and he can +1/+1. So I think we actually have to wait. If we got rid of White Lotus reinforcements, he'd still have a 3 toughness, 3 toughness, 1 toughness creature, and he could pump them back up to 4. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3. It's not water pending. And if he has +2/+2, So 3, 4. Yeah, that's still a good block. Kills that. So now if he has two things, we're still okay. If he pumps and plays like Rebuke, or pumps and plays +2/+2. We're doing 6, 8, 10 damage. Just enter the avatar state, which would kill one thing. Yep, yep. Plus yep, yep, yep. So we 3, 6, 8. We still kill him. He kills 3 of our 4 tokens. Ooh, okay. Spicy. We got there. Airbender Ascension has been cool. We would ideally like, what's the ideal payoff? Maybe like a jet to be blinked, but good amount of the time it's just gonna be the deserters. We have 4 of them in the deck. Play first. This is lacking a 2-drop. This is on the edge of being mold. Let's keep it. Hopefully draw a 2-drop. Soka's gonna look awkward if we can't attack in. Okay, at least the opponent is dirtling a bit, ramping. So if he's got fight or lightning strike or firebending lesson as his removal, then maybe we can get in. Okay. Free damage. I'll take it. 4, 5, 6. We should. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's an extra 1, 1, but 3, 2. I think we should still throw it away. Okay. He's not tapped yet. He could waterbend now, but he'd have to tap Kyoshi Warriors, and this 1/1 he's making is going to be attacking in. And we can potentially put him in an awkward spot here. I was gonna say if we can bounce our Ahsoka or blink our Ahsoka with Airbender Ascension, where he'd have to spend a lot of mana to shuffle us back into the deck if he can't get a lot of creatures out. Now, I think it will be the Ascension plus the Warship. Or it could be Soka right now. Now, if we blink, that's awesome. If he spends 5 mana to shuffle back Soka. That's alright, right? Alright, here's what I'm thinking. Gather the White Lotus next turn. Airbender Ascension will have enough quest counters. Alright, he spends his entire turn doing this. This doesn't matter. Crew. And then we could crew with our creatures. But now it was just going to be musicians plus worship crew. Smack for 4. So I was thinking if he doesn't spend 5 mana on Watery Grasp there to send back our Soka, we play Gathering White Lotus. Those creatures can crew worship. Worship can attack with Soka, and then Soka can get blinked end of our turn. That looks sick. Forest, number 2 out of 3 is unfortunate. 4, 5, 6. It does let us double spell though. Let's. I'm attacking as a 3-5 or a 4-6. Oh no, we can't double spell. That is fabulous. Let's keep the lieutenant. And I think we actually chill here. Oh no, we could have blinked. Could have attacked and blinked for vigilance, essentially. So, correct play there would have been crew worship, attack with worship, blink musicians, bring him back as a 2-5 blocker. Potentially. I mean, like, this way we hold up the worship crew on defense and can threaten to block his Suki Kyoshi Warrior, which is a good block for us, because even if he has a trick or something, worship will die into a glue token. Okay, let's play Deserters. We put the counter on one of our stinky 1/1s. And nice. That scoop makes sense to me. If he doesn't have removal for that, we blink, make all these 3/3s. This is a 4/4. This is a 4/7. Attacking in with +1/0. And so, what do we want to sideboard against him? He's got green, red, blue. He has fight spells and power spells like Earth Rumble. I presume he'll have something like Rocky Rebuke. Iris Demonstration is here. This is the scariest card in his deck. I'm glad he used it early. But this could wipe our 1/1s out, so we got to be careful of that. We might have to finagle when we play Earth King's Lieutenant, so that it's in the same turn we create all our 1/1s with the Gather the White Lotus. Fan attachments, Kyoshi Warrior, we need a blocker. This is going to be able to return Iroh's Demonstration to his deck. So he could have actually done that. I don't know how long this was on the field, but if he did that, brought back Iroh's Demonstration, he could have wiped these bodies, 4 bodies, before we got to this turn. I think we keep it as is. I was considering bringing in fancy footwork as potential protection against Iroh's Demonstration. But we would have to hold up 3 mana, and I don't think that's going to happen very often in this deck. If we're holding up 3 mana, it's probably going to be for Airbending Lesson already. We're trying to play out our creatures, and we take little breaks here to hit land drops or uncover action with Airbending Lesson type cards. Okay. I don't mind seeing the Earth King's Lieutenant. It'll be a while until we play him. And he hits a Shared Roots turn 2 again. Good for him. He's ramping. He's on the play. This is going to be a uphill battle. That being said, he's tapped out, so now would be a good time to use Razor Rings. Since he did not bite, we'll hold up Airbending Lesson and probably target his Zookeeper. But let's see what he does. About some Razor Rings. Yeah, that worked out nicely. I don't think we saw any combat tricks from him. No, +2/+2. Untap reach. White. So he's maybe playing Aang. That's a lot of different colors. Did he have Yip Yip? Alright, well. Pass the coward check there. Next turn, probably Jet. Blow up whatever creature he plays. I don't know that we'll play Jet if it's just Forecasting Fortune Teller. So we can go look for his bomb that's 4 colors. Whatever is Aang, probably. If it's white, red, green, blue. He actually goes and fetches a land. Wow. Does he have it in hand then? He's at 5 mana. Nothing. No way he runs Quench in his 4-color green deck. There we go. What's he got? Fight? Rebuke? So that's fine. I'll keep it second from the top. I am scared of him playing a bomb that's in 4 colors. But he's Desperation drawing, so that's good. Must just have not seen that card in 6 cards with Seismic Sense. I think now is the time to play Earth King's Lieutenant. We can always airbend it back to our hand. And this will put us outside of range of Iroh's demonstration. We would have done 6 more damage if we airbent back Earth King's Lieutenant and played him again. And sent him to 2. Okay, so Iroh's demonstration, I had not realized when I constructed this deck, is a very scary card for this card. But there is things we can do with our plays to potentially avoid a disaster situation. But for the most part, I think we are playing our 1/1s and letting them live or hang out on the board for 1 turn. So we'll keep that in mind. If we see red, I'll pause and unpause when we find our next and final opponent. We found our next and final opponent, Lothar, one of the firebending ladies. This is keepable. You know, I would love if one of these was a plains, but we have a pretty good chance of drawing a plains since we have, what, 15 of them in the deck? So I'm not too worried about not being able to play Soka. Otter Penguin. Let's get Airbender Ascension going so we can get counters out of the deserters and enable some attacks. Maybe it's correct to play the deserters then Soka. Oh, okay, yikes, that's what it's looking like. We'll have to block his Soka with our Soka. But he got his Soka out first. And our Penguin is going to be unblockable if he plays any non-creature his next turn. Okay, that's another Earth King's Lieutenant. Let's slam the Kyoshi Warriors. Two, 3. I think we're going to be 1 short of blinking. It needs to be 4 or more. High likelihood we just need to allow him to draw a card here if he attacks with Soka and the Otter Penguin. He could choose not to attack. If he doesn't have a non-creature spell he wants to play right now, then he could wait for Glider Kids to attack with Soka next turn. I presume that's what he's doing if he's playing it pre-combat. Alright. This isn't even legendary. Well, let's get it started and hot then. Earth King's Lieutenant. Into Earth King's Lieutenant into a blink of Earth King's Lieutenant. Attack with this, attack with this. Draw a card. Nice. Ha ha ha. Pretty sweet. So, our penguin will be unblockable. He has shown us just blue, white, early creatures, standard stuff. We block against the poxbearers and the otter penguins all right with our 2/3s. Our glider kids will block his glider kids just fine. So let's run it back. I was assuming that the lieutenant was legendary, but the fact that he isn't makes it an even better splash. That was nasty. All right, this is very much a keepable hand. We play the deserters, and we just need to get to our third planes, and we can airbending lesson to send the opponent's creature back to hand and hopefully hit a land drop. Let's play, I guess, Compassionate Healer. If we miss a land drop, we'll put deserters counter on the healer, attack in, and try and scry it to a land. Assuming he doesn't play a creature that can block a 3/3 well on turn 3. Or do something to remove our Compassionate Healer. I don't think either will happen with just blue lands out. He's maybe considering a Watery Grasp. He said plays Monster Paku. So he's got Octopus 4 mana up. I think we do just play Fire Nation Warship. The crew will give us the life gain and scry without the risk of attacking into an octopus form. Okay. So over there, hovering is 1/3s. It's 1/3s now at 2/4. But he can't attack into Fire Nation Warship. Okay, so if he has something like Octopus form, he's still trading a card for a Fire Nation Warship, and we're getting a clue off it. So I don't mind that. Land. We want land. And with us being a land screw, the clue token would also be fine. The clue token does not happen, though. He just forgot we had a warship, it looks like, and he scoops the entire match. He scoops. I guess that was game 2, but it just gives us the gems. That's kind of crazy. Okay, so I think this is our first mono color deck besides blue, and this felt a lot more responsible than the mono blue deck we made. We basically made it around Waterbending Scroll, which is not a strong enough reason to go mono blue, in my opinion. This very much benefited from the Earth King's Lieutenant. Yes, we had to put 3 force in, but Earth King's Lieutenant was also something that we could blink off our Airbender Ascension. And if we played this once and then they killed it, this was still great. We just had so many creatures that became 2/3s instead of 1/2s, or 2/2s instead of 1/1s, etc. This just was great. I mean, I would have loved the white land that taps to give everything 1/1 creature, 1/1 counters, but this was necessary to push through the damage alongside Wandering Musicians. Wandering Musicians was just all right. I would much rather have, like I said, the white land, or maybe like even a Water Tribe Rallier would be fine. But typically in these decks where you got to make your 1/1 bodies relevant, I feel like you need at least 3 ways to do that. Maybe 4 or 5 can become too many, but 3 feels like the perfect number. You eventually get there in almost every game. Anyways, lots of fun. Let's claim our reward, and I'll see you next time.